Hey guys, I just wanted to give a quick review of the full-length film Lights Out based on the short directed by David Sandberg from 2013. As you've probably heard, this is one of my favorite films of all time, so I was stoked when they released the full-length film. So let's get into it. The beginning of the movie starts with an awesome homage to the short film featuring Lotta Lostien. Yes, Lotta, I looked up your video on how to say your name. I practiced a few times, but I don't know how well I got it. But it opens up with Lotta turning the light on and off, just like in the short film, pays a great respect to how great the short film was, and really shows you how the entity comes about with the lights off. I loved that they casted Lotta in this. I loved that she got to do the same exact scene. All around, I just thought it was a great way to open up the movie and get you excited for the film. Let's jump into the premise. The movie continues with Lotta trying to warn her coworker Paul about the dark figure, and Paul being too focused on Skyping with his son, Martin, to explain he's working late at the mannequin factory. Before hanging up, Martin lets his dad know his mom is acting very strangely, and Paul tells him not to worry as a dad would. The movie then goes into the storyline, beginning with the death of Martin's father, caused by the dark entity that only comes when the lights are out. We then get to see the daughter Rebecca, who is the main character alongside her brother Martin. We immediately see that she has commitment issues with her boyfriend Brett, and later find out it's mostly from her childhood experiences with the mysteriousness that happened when the lights weren't on when she was a child, and the distance she feels from her mother that is caused by an entity attached to her from her own childhood events. Both Rebecca and Brett play their parts very well. Brett is a little bit of a comedic relief in this anxiety-filled movie, which I love in a good horror movie. You have to have a good balance, and I think this does it really well. I love how she shows him how uninterested she is in commitment, then when shit hits the fan, she's like, never mind, you're coming with. Martin relays to his sister that he is going through the same unexplained terror that caused her nightmares. The entity that had haunted Rebecca when she was little, we soon find out, is associated with Rebecca and Martin's mother from a childhood friend, Diana, who, as was said before, attached herself to the mother and is what caused her mental illness and family issues her whole life. We see the mental and physical fight their mother endures when this entity is around, and it's pretty heartbreaking to watch. After a few heated battles, the family throws their issues aside and come together to find out about Diana and figure out how to take out this horrible entity that's haunted them their entire collective lives. I won't say any spoilers of the ending, but to check it out, you can find it on Amazon Prime, Vudu, and other video-on-demand outlets. To wrap up, I absolutely loved the film's homage to the short film, and the actors did a great job. I didn't love the background story they gave Diana being a childhood friend of the mother's and attaching herself to the mother and her children, but I wouldn't say it ruined the movie for me. I know they needed some sort of substance and where the entity comes from, so I understand David's way of going about that. This film led David to directing Annabelle Creation, which in my opinion is light years better than the first one, but we can save that for a later review. And also, what started as a rumor, joke, kind of meme, David is currently working on Shazam. Yes, you heard me, Shazam. So this movie opened up a wide variety for David, and I can't wait to see any more horror movies or any more of his short films to come out into a full length. That would be amazing. I'd give the full-length film a 4 out of 5 stabs. It kept me engaged and on the edge of my seat when the lights were out. Like I had mentioned, it lost 1 stab because I didn't personally like Diana, the entity's backstory. It just didn't click for me. I do recommend this movie and suggest watching the short film first you can find on YouTube. David goes by Pony Smasher, so you can find all of his short films there. Let us know on Twitter what you thought of the short film and the full-length film at The Bloody Arcade. And remember, keep your lights on.